So that's pretty much that. Let's go ahead and it's all pretty much the same for all these compositions. We have markers in every single one, so you just cue it up. First one's the first one, second one, the second one, so forth. Just repeat the process. You can add the dialog box everywhere, but let's just go ahead. I want to show you how you can animate those dialog boxes. So let's go to, let's say, we'll go to comps, go to dialog balloons, and we'll just double click on the first one. It says R, so like a pirate, I guess. Yo yo, simple as that. And like I said, I just got you started with these balloons animating. They only animate from the left side going to the right. You could reanimate. You basically have to flip this and reposition your anchor point on the text to the corner of that over there, and just scale down from 0. And then when it gets to its peak, scale it up towards in the center. Then when it goes down a little bit, scale it down and animate yourself. But you don't always need these popping in. It's just an extra added thing. You could easily right click, time, freeze frame, right click, time. Well, you don't need you can't freeze frame on text because it's not video or still. So basically, I'm just going to hit U, and you can turn the scale off, and that'll sort of freeze it in place. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to go to this one right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab that footage I have. And it's the same way. Here's the placeholder. Hold Alt, click, drag and drop. And actually it's on freeze frame. Just go ahead, hit U and uncheck that. Zooming in. And of course, you can do the same time. Enable time remap. Click. Delete that last one. Go to 2. Add a keyframe. Delete that last one. This ensures that it stays on for the whole entire duration of the animation for the comic book. And so I can just go ahead and grab balloon 1 where I had it at. Let's put it right here. And you see this sort of goes out. You want it to stay in. So what you do is just Control C with this. It's going to click out of everything. Control V puts it on top. Put it right there. Now with the balloon selected, go to this alpha mat. So now when you drag the balloon, it gets cropped out. So I guess right here is cool. P for position, keyframe. I'm sure y'all know how to do this. And we're just going to follow him. I'm pressing a page down, scrolling forward. Choose that last keyframe. Somewhere over there. Now hold Shift, hit S so I can add a property. Scale. I'm going to go to that first frame. This is where it's biggest. And this is where it gets to the last. I'm just going to scale it down. And do a preview. And then of course, holding Shift, hit T for transparency, click on the stopwatch, set it down to 0, holding Shift, page down, it's going to go 10 frames. You can just fade it in. And now you've got a balloon following the guy. Of course, I just did it generally really fast. You could take more time, be more precise with the keyframes, even like I said, do some motion tracking to get it. But then once again, you go back into the main comp, and that will update automatically too. Check it out. And there it is, pretty sweet. You can see it's even got the comic book texture on it too. So it's pretty cool. There's 5 dialogue balloons. If you want to go for it, you can create more in Illustrator or Photoshop, but let's just get you started. Got a nice range too. You got a thought one. This one, I guess, is sort of like a thought, maybe telepathic. Who knows? Maybe if you're getting really hurt, because it says ARG. Whoa, that one says ARG too. It's like a wispy one. If he's like hurt, injured, someone's wrecked or something, and gotten stabbed. Who knows what happens in comic books? That one's like excited, like ARG. I'm excited. I don't know why I put that on every single one. I guess I was just filling space. But yeah, those are the dialogue balloons. And one last thing before we call it quits on this video tutorial. Let's go ahead and show you how to customize and make some custom colors. So I'm just gonna go back to the main composition. Hit 0. That's just a good frame to stop at and look at. Take a picture. So all you gotta do is come over to comic cover. Now the background is the background. Go to effects and controls. Sorry, I'll make sure this is already on here. Hue and saturation though if it's not. And now you gotta do is mess with the master hue. Get more of like a green color. Then we'll select this bottom bar. This is the color for it. And like I said, I'm going to get all this organized for you. But add a hue and saturation. This one's already tweaked. And just drag it over till you get a color you like. Go for like an orange. And this lightness is killing it. Take the saturation up. Alright. Now if we go back into the main, you see that that's updated now. You got a different looking comic book. And then we can just alt double click for the background. Click on the first one. I'm going to go with, and ignore the radio waves part. That's just what creates the effect. The ramp for the first one. I'll go with like more say yellow on the front. So click on a yellow. So it looks pretty cool. Another yellow, a little bit darker. Now click on the black layer. The back layer, not the black layer. That's the black layer. And what I'll do is in this color tab, give it like a green. More like a darker green. That looks cool to me. Hit OK. And of course, you can spend a lot more time refining this to make it look how you want to. But with just a handful of clicks, you've created a different color scheme. So it's not that hard to change this at all. You can completely customize it. You can even go into the Photoshop file and tweak it to your heart's content. And that's sort of what I did was I mocked it up in Photoshop, got the design and layout, and then I brought it into After Effects and I was able to animate it. Photoshop gives you more instrumental control, hence Photoshop, single still image, After Effects compositing multiple images in a sequence, incorporating green screen, rotoscoping, yada yada blah blah blah. But there's a lot of similarities in between them, so definitely recommend using Photoshop as well too if you don't already. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Any questions, any concerns you guys have, message me here on this YouTube channel or go to my YouTube channel, videohive, where you purchase it from. You can email me at buddyeffects@yahoo.com. Don't forget to rate, tell me how you like this project. That's pretty much it, everybody. I'm Lyndon Alvarez with Buddy Effects. Until then, keep it moving, peeps.